Welcome to Grilling with the Guru, everybody. I'm Kurt Gilroy.
I'm T. Giz.
They
call me T. Giz. I'm Keith Gizzard.
We are doing shish kebab today.
Shish kebab?
Shish kebab. Classic dish with beef and...
Like that?
No, that's a plum bob. Shish kebab, where you cut up pieces of meat and vegetable.
I know what you're talking about.
You got it?
Yeah, like that?
No, that's a thingamabob. That's not it? We're doing shish kebab. Okay?
Shish kebab.
Shish kebab with vegetables and skew.
Comme ça?
ED. That's SpongeBob. Couillon. I swear I'm gonna. Boy.
You talk. I'm gonna stop.
You think you get it right this time?
Okay, what we doing, Kurt?
Shish kebab.
Shish kebab with meat and vegetables.
Meat and vegetables on the grill. Okay, seasoned up, grilled, different cooking times. We're gonna go over some tips and tricks for making your shish kebab the best shish kebab, what you can and can't do, which is virtually nothing you can't do.
Right. I mean, because you can go in a grocery store, a lot of times they pre-marinate them. You got a problem with that?
No, well, if that's the marinade you like.
We're not doing that tonight.
We're not doing that tonight. We're going to use we're going to finish with a sauce called a chimichurri sauce.
Chimichurri.
Chimichurri, it's a Latin-inspired sauce with olive oil, red wine vinegar, fresh garlic, and herbs chopped in it. And we take the meat off, it's hot, you hit it with the chimichurri. Oh, so good.
We're not going to Cajuanize it. We're just going to go straight.
We're going to go straight
Spanish.
Latin. We're going to have a little Cajun influence in our seasoning, our dry seasoning, okay?
All right. So we're going to have, we got pork meat.
Yep.
We got beef. We got chicken. You got some, and then the veggies, we got portobello, we got bell pepper, onion.
That's right.
Zucchini.
We got our little cherry tomatoes. We got beautiful olive oil, red wine vinegar. Man, it's going to be good.
Now, we were talking off camera. You were saying that when you're skewing up these things, you want to put like kind meats because they cook different. They done temperature.
That's correct. You don't want to cook your beef to well,
right?
But you have to cook your chicken to well.
Oh, it's got to be done.
Well,
it's not.
For me, it has to be.
Oh, yeah. Food poisoning is not fun.
No, not fun.
And pork, it's kind of like you can cook it a little bit on the more rare side, but it's still got to be done.
Yeah, you have to get to medium is safe, okay?
Like about what, 145?
145, 150.
Okay.
So when you see on TV these beautiful displays that have shish kebab and the meats and the vegetables, it's all pretty. It's all for show. You don't cook them that way because everything has a different cook time.
If the chicken's done, the beef is tough.
And then the vegetables are way overdone.
Way over, yeah.
Well, so what we like to do is put everything that has a similar cook time, like you said, on the same skewer, so we can put them on and take them off at a similar time, so it's all done at the same time, and it's all the right doneness.
And you can do this on a charcoal grill. You can do this on a gas grill.
You can do it on a George Foreman.
You can do it on George Foreman. Okay, wait. Let's not go crazy. All right. But we're doing it on a Cajun grill.
Absolutely. There's nothing. This is what the Cajun grill was designed for this.
Oh, yeah.
Either intentionally or unintentionally. Hot, cold.
Cold.
And then plenty of cook space, hardwood fire. It's going to be delicious.
Now, the chimichurri sauce, is it you serve that warm? Or is it just
you serve it room temperature? Room temperature. Some people use it as a marinade. I don't like to use it as a marinade. The reason why is because when it's room temperature, the flavors haven't blossomed yet, right? Mm-hmm. So when you introduce heat to it, like the hot meat and the vegetables, the garlic comes alive, the herbs and the spices come alive.
So do I.
Me too.
Give me some heat.
Oh, we're going to have some bread too.
Oh, we got to have a little dipping bread.
But I'm not that, well, you spoiled it. That's what it's for.
You didn't tell me what it's supposed to be. Dipping bread.
Hey, mopping bread. We're going to have to put your elbow in there.
All right, now you gave it away. Hey, all right. Well, look, we hope y'all going to stick around because this is going to be one heck of a show. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. Oh, Sponge, you didn't like that? I thought it was funny.
It was funny, but it wasn't kebab.
It wasn't proper to what we're actually cooking tonight.
I don't. Well, SpongeBob wouldn't like it at least.
No, maybe Squidward.
He might have it.
Well, put some squid on a shish kebab.
Absolutely. Octopus, you could do that too.
Okay, so look. Okay, sorry guys, we're just talking amongst ourselves. We were talking off camera different kinds of skewers that you can use.
Most people have the thin, round bamboo ones you get at the supermarket.
And they normally put one.
And
what happens when you go to grab it?
It turns and turns and turns.
Yeah, so you got to grab like the whole with a tong and then do that.
There's better ways.
You can actually, if you're going to use those, you might as well just use two.
That's the first better way.
Yeah, just do that so when you grab it, it ain't going to spin. But look at what we got.
The second better way is the market has given us all kinds of things. They call this what, firewire, I think you said?
Firewire, stainless steel.
Stainless steel. And what's nice about this is, once you untangle it, it bends. So once you have your meats and your vegetables on it, you could shape it to a different part of your grill, so for space.
Right.
Okay.
And the way we're gonna flip it is we got them nice oven mitts that we sell, the pit mitts. You grab either this side or this side, because once it's on, you just grab it and you just flip it like comme ça.
Done.
Yep.
Another thing we have is
what's that?
Wide. This is wide bamboo.
Bamboo.
Why is it wide? So it doesn't do what we just talked about.
And you only need one.
And you only need one. When the meat's on it and it cooks, you're gonna turn, and the whole thing turns with you.
And then the last but not least,
this is our favorite.
Yeah.
It's
cast iron.
Cast iron, and it looks like a twig, but it's actually cast iron, so it lasts forever and ever.
Don't drop it though.
Don't drop it. It's got a sharp point, and
it'll break.
And it's
it could break. It's cast iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the good thing is that cast iron, once that gets hot, it cooks from the inside out as well as from the outside in, so it cooks a little faster.
But that brings up another point. You have to watch your cook time with these.
You do.
It can get away from you. If you're going for a medium rare on your steak, you're going to have to be real careful.
Yeah, I like those with baked potatoes too.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old nail and the potato thing. Absolutely.
All right,
so let's get cooking.
Let's get busy, man. This ain't gonna cook itself.
You do the meat.
Okay.
I'm gonna start on the chimichurri sauce.
It'd be my pleasure. Okay, so like what I got right here is a beautiful boneless, skinless chicken breast. One of those healthy ones, not them little cheesy ones, but it's a nice healthy breast. And we're gonna cut it into, pieces that are appropriate for shish kebabs. So you just kind of use your better judgment. This right here, we can cut this in half. This one we can probably cut in half because, again, you don't want it too big. So that's good morsel sizes right there for a shish kebab. And then the pork, we're going to kind of do the same thing. This is actually a pork tenderloin, right, Kurt? That we got, and it was already kind of cut up, but we're going to cut this into 3 pieces, like this. And then when it gets to the beef, like you got this little loose piece right here, that'd be a nice little piece on there. You can kind of look at the size of it. I like the beef big, though. I like it chunky. So we're going to leave that kind of big.
So Keith, we're going for a little bit better than bite size?
A little bit better than bite size. You could say it's a big bite.
A big bite.
A big bite.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. So like right here, that's a good chunk. And then this we might cut into 3 pieces. Comme ça.
And then you're going to have some loss too as it cooks. It's going to shrink down a little bit.
That's right. So what you doing?
I'm making a chimichurri sauce. Right?
Yes, you are.
So we have about a half a cup of Italian flat leaf parsley right here, and we have about a half a cup of cilantro.
Right.
Okay. Everybody loves cilantro. What you say? It tastes like a stink bug smell.
It does taste like a stink bug smell.
That's only when
you told me when you first came on the show back before we became host and co-host. You told me that the reason that it had that taste is because it was old.
Yeah, the older it gets when it's going to go to set seed, which the seed is coriander.
Right.
So when you see coriander, that's the seed that comes from cilantro. When it goes to set seed, it starts to harshen its taste. It gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and you get that.
I can smell it. I can smell like a stink bug. But it does taste good, and especially with the sauce you're going to be making in that chimichurri sauce.
Absolutely.
There's so much flavor in that, it's just going to all blend in together.
Yes, it absolutely it will, and boy, when it's going to hit the heat from the meat.
Okay, so we talked about marinade, not marinade. We're not going to marinate. We're just going to do dry seasoning.
Yeah.
We're going to do like the butt rub.
Yeah, you can do at home. You can do whatever you want, from salt and black pepper to any type of seasoning mix you want. We're going to use a little butt rub, some fresh ground black pepper, and some kosher salt.
Okay, so you good with quantifying what I'm doing here. So far, I think that's about a teaspoon.
Yeah, you're about a teaspoon.
And there's a lot of meat in this bucket, guys. So just kind of stir it in.
One of the problems we run into in South Louisiana is we season with our eyes. So oftentimes it's never seasoned the same way twice.
Exactly.
But if you do what you're doing right there,
put it in the palm of your hand.
If you put it in the palm of your hand, or even better yet, you take us a bit of a measuring spoon.
No.
Oh my, you're not a measuring spoon. You take a measuring spoon and you write it down. Bless you.
That pepper got me.
It'll do that.
Yeah.
If you do it if you use a measuring spoon and you write it down, it'll be the same every time.
That's a good idea. Do you do that in your house?
Absolutely.
You do?
When I'm developing recipes.
Are you being honest with me?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
really?
Oh, yeah. When I'm developing recipes. Now, if it's something I've done a bunch of times.
Cooking with your family, yeah, by feel.
Yeah. So, to the cilantro and Italian parsley, I'm adding a couple of cloves of garlic here. Again, you can add as much or as little garlic as you want, or none at all. Why would you not want to add garlic?
I don't know. Yeah,
So
that's good for your nature, as my grandfather would used to say.
well, good for somebody's nature.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be minced. You only have to smash it and give it a rough chop. You only want it to give its flavor to the sauce. Okay.
You want to let it breathe.
You want to let it breathe. And the sauce is just olive oil. The body of the sauce is olive oil and red wine vinegar. So you have an acid working with an oil. Okay.
Right.
And that's a classic combination because the acid balances the richness of the oil. So into the pool. Just like that, and then we're going to get
The liquid ingredients.
the liquid ingredients and some dry seasoning. How much? About...
I don't see no measuring cup.
No,
I don't see no measuring
that's
spoon.
because Tiki don't have one.
We don't need one. Look, we're in the backyard. We're roughing it.
That's right.
And if you tailgating, you ain't gonna have none of that stuff.
You know how much? BDM, about that much.
About that much.
So that was about a half a cup.
BDM. I'm gonna have to remember that.
So, and you want to do about a 2-to-1 ratio. So if you're doing, if you did a half a cup of the olive oil, you want to do a quarter cup.
Right.
Because the vinegar is going to get away with you. Or half or less.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like that.
Well, it's pretty.
Of course, it's
And
pretty.
you just stir it, you mash it, you tamper it.
You can do whatever you want. I'm going to stir it after I season it.
Okay.
And again, now here's another point too. We got lemons and limes we're going to put in there. Season this, season that, season. Our season is going to start to build on us. So go light. What we always say,
You
we
could
can
add.
It's hard to subtract.
Can't take it away.
Well, you
Yeah.
can, but whew.
Yeah. They say add a potato to that, or put a piece of bread in that. Or that work?
It works to an extent.
Right.
If you put a potato in a gumbo, you're going to have potatoes in your gumbo. Yeah. So, and look, if that's what you're going for,
no Cajun man will have no potato in his gumbo.
hey, if that's what you're going for, that's fine.
That's a left-handed pepper grinder.
You tell me that every time, and I always go right at the beginning.
I know, because I'm right.
A little bit of this, and then we're going to
Let me grab a fork right there. Ooh, smell that vinegar. Love that.
those are more the citruses. Look at that. Boy, you know citrus is in season. Look at the
They
juice.
were huge, man. I felt them up good. You know, not like that.
They didn't.
I
The store manager had to come.
No,
not
no,
again. Not this time.
Not true. Not this time. But no, you want to just you don't just throw them in your bag. You want to actually grab the fruit and squeeze it a little bit. If it feels firm, you don't want to probably get that one. It's going to be not really full of juice. Look at that.
See this, guys? It's really chunky, but it's very liquid. So this is what you want, right?
Right. Can I taste that?
Absolutely. Oh, the citrus is bright. The acidity from the red wine vinegar comes right through. Oh yeah, it makes you
Come kiss your paw, right?
Yeah, it makes you easy there, baby.
No, not you.
Easy,
Not your
baby.
paw, right?
Okay.
So what we doing next? You want to throw it to break?
Yeah, we'll go to break and we'll come back. We'll put some meat on the
skewer,
skewers, and then we'll on the grill.
Hey, y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I'll come back.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Kurt, okay, we were talking off camera. We haven't really talked about where does the word shish kebab come from?
Comes from Turkey. Okay?
Turkey.
Middle Eastern dish, obviously. It sounds that
On the
way.
other side of Forked Island?
No, that's Pakistan Island.
Pakistan Island. No, you're talking about way over there.
There are turkeys in Pakistan Island.
Oh, yeah, they got some turkeys.
But it's not
Gobble,
the same thing.
No.
No, and it's shish means spit, okay, like that, and kebab is lamb. So,
Well, I was just thinking when you go shh, you spit, you know. Shh.
no, it's
Yeah,
not the same
shish with
thing.
a wet-
It's close though.
Oh yeah, but it's Turkish.
It's Turkish, Middle Eastern, and over the years it's come to mean anything cooked on a stick,
A stick or a skewer
or a skewer, or a spit, over a fire,
like a rotisserie or something.
And we Americanized it. We turned it into all kind of things.
Yeah.
So in addition to meats, we could do seafood, shrimp,
yeah, we talked about that too off camera.
scallops. You can't do crawfish; they're too small.
A little bit too small. Just a little bit too small.
If you find something that big, let me know.
All right. Well, look, you start cutting the zucchini. I'm gonna start skewing. How you like that?
Get after it.
So we're gonna
Get
do all
after.
like with that. We're gonna do all chicken on one skew rod, and that way we know when the chicken's cooked, everything is cooked to the same consistency.
Absolutely.
You don't want to mix different meats.
Yep. And whenever you're doing your vegetables, and all of these, and you'll notice, you want big pieces. They're easier to handle. And this is kind of labor intensive. This is the hardest part of this. So big pieces go faster.
But this could be fun with the family.
Absolutely.
You know, it's good quality family time. You get in the kitchen, you get everybody involved, everybody grabs a rod. You know, and we talked about, you know, the firewire, we talked about flat bamboo, round bamboo, and then we got the twigs. But I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these for the veggies.
Okay.
Because like we talked about, when you grab them, when you go to flip them, they won't spin on you.
That's true, and that's always a problem when you're cooking anything on a spit. And you'll notice even on a rotisserie, you either have two forks, opposing forks that hold the meat in place, or the rod itself is V-shaped.
Right.
For the same reason.
Same exact reason.
They figured out long ago, round rod, and the meat goes, and the rod will spin and the meat stays in place.
Right.
So these are flat. We don't have to worry about.
Spinning.
No, using two of them, like we said earlier.
Yeah. If you use round, you need to use two of them.
Right.
So so we got that.
And then we talked about also, before you're going to put your vegetables, especially, you want to put a little oil, okay? Because it's going to want to stick.
Right.
So we want a light coat of oil on them. That way, when it's time to turn them, and it's also going to help them brown too.
Exactly.
So
now I'm going to use one of these fire wires.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Just because we can.
That sucker split on me.
And then now, are you kind of like A-type personality, where if you follow a sequence, you got to do it the same exact way, or you mix it up a little bit?
No, just whatever I grab is fine. It doesn't make me any difference. Now, I will tell you this: some vegetables hold better than the others. So you want to finish with a zucchini or onion.
Something tough.
Something tough that's going to hold on.
Not an onion. Or a tomato like I did.
Not tomato, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It's okay.
So why don't we go ahead and finish these up now that we talked all about that and educated people on the history of the word, and we're going to go ahead and take our time and get these up. When we come back, guys, we're going to be grilling. So y'all stick around. We're coming back, okay?
We'll come back.
Oh, yeah, we're coming back.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Grillin' with the Guru, guys. I'm Kurt. That's Keith.
Hey, guys. I'm T-Gids.
We doing shish kebabs.
All right.
Okay, we talked about them earlier. We have everything skewered up. We have beef, pork, chicken, beautiful vegetables. We're using different kind of skewers. We have our flexible firewire. Mm-hmm. We have traditional flat bamboo. Mm-hmm. We have our metal twigs that, boy, we love so much.
Cast iron.
Cast iron.
We love cast iron.
We're going to season up our vegetables, but we don't want to put dry seasoning on dry vegetables.
No.
And like we talked about before, we don't want to put the vegetables on the hot grill like that. They're going to stick.
So we're just going to keep them moist.
A little bit of olive oil like this. We're going to drizzle some, and we'll turn them over.
Roll them around.
Roll them around. Little olive oil.
Hey,
and then a little salt. Yes, sir.
You smell that different smell coming from that
I
chip?
do. Something changed during the break. What happened?
You didn't see me, huh?
What you did? You snook.
Well, because we're doing pork, beef, and chicken and vegetable, I decided instead of putting like just peach wood or apple wood, which is real common if I was doing the chicken or the pork, I decided to do cherry. I threw a little cherry chunk on the coals.
Like that?
Yeah, and that's got a little bit stronger flavor than the apple and the peach. It'd be really good with the beef, but it's still gonna be really good with the other two milder meats. So you don't want to use something really strong. Yeah, because some people come in to our store and they say, man, what do you smoke with, like hickory wood or mesquite? Like, yeah, if you're cooking beef. If you cook
something heavy.
Yeah, like deer meat, wild game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hickory and mesquite is what you need because it's a more punchy flavor. But when you're dealing with mild meats like pork and chicken and fish and seafood and that sort of thing, shrimp, you don't want to get too crazy. I mean, your milder, fruitier woods like your peach, apple, cherry, even muscadine vine, grapevine.
Yeah.
A lot of people use that. Alder wood.
I've heard that before. Alder. Yeah, we were talking with one of your customers in a previous episode. They were in there. He was saying how alder was the catch me out.
Whenever they're doing their plank.
Whenever they do their fish.
Salmon. That's right. Yeah. Okay, so you seasoned it with what? I mean, it doesn't look like much.
Oh no, all I did was salt and black pepper.
Salt and black pepper.
But you bring here. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give it a Mexican flair, you know, you can use chili powder, cumin. Sure. You know, I like when I do barbecuing this Memphis style 3 Little Pigs rub. Right. I love this on pulled pork, on my Boston butt, and chicken. So what I'm gonna do, since we kind of pre-seasoned it with just butter up, salt and pepper, right? I'm gonna add. This has hardly no salt. It's mainly just herbs. And when you smell this, you better be ready because your taste buds are gonna jump out your mouth.
It come get you.
Oh man! And then like for the chicken, you know, they have a championship rub, so it just gives it just a little bit more flavor.
So do whatever you want to do.
That's what I'm saying. It's like just whatever you feel you want to do. It ain't wrong. Just do what you want to do.
So if you want to turn it into a barbecue. Put some barbecue
sauce.
We're
doing chimichurri.
We're doing chimichurri.
That little tangy.
If you want to do Greek, do Greek.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
So it's like everything we do, it's an open slate. It's up to you how you want to make it taste.
And whenever we were skewing these up, you know what this reminds me of? Then you go to those, what are those restaurants?
Those Lebanese and the Middle Eastern restaurants?
Yeah, but they got those ones where they carve the food at your plate.
Oh, the Brazilian barbecue.
Brazilian barbecue.
Yeah.
And if you notice, they don't have beef, chicken, and pork on one skewer. It's all chicken, all beef, and what we were talking about earlier.
That's right. Different cook times, and that way you get to control when things are done and when they're not done. And speaking of done, they'll never get done if we don't put them on the pit.
Well, let's put them on the pit, and then let's talk about what temperature we at. Like, okay. We got a good bed of coals because we're going to be flashing a lot of this stuff. You know, the chicken's going to take longer, so we can put it on the outside of the grill. Okay. And the steaks, if we want to really sear them, you know, we can put them directly over the coals. But me and you were talking, you know, off camera, that if you're putting chicken, beef, and pork, chicken's going to take a little longer. Right. So you almost want to put it in waves, right?
Yeah, you want to start with your chicken.
Right, because that's going to take the longest.
And then again, because of the Cajun grill and because of our cooking zones and because of our ability to raise and lower that ash pan, when the chicken's done, we can either move it to what we call the cold side of the pit, where it's warm, or we can take it off completely, but it gives us the flexibility. Right. If we put it all at the same time, what will end up happening is our beef is not going to be done while our chicken's doing. Right. Or when the chicken's done, our beef is all the way.
Oh, it's overdone.
It's overdone.
And then the vegetables would go, of course, on last.
Absolutely.
But we're on TV, and the magic of TV, we're going to put it all on because we can be able to take stuff off and pull it and put it back on as we need to. So let's put it all on.
Let's get to it.
Now, what you think? I like a 45.
Let's do it. 45. I like the sizzle.
I hear the sizzle.
I like the sizzle.
I like the smell. And you know, we haven't mentioned, but we got a studio audience tonight.
We do have some people in.
That's right. These are friends and customers of Percy Gitters, and we welcome anybody that wants to come sit in on a set with us. Just give us a call. We'll give you the show times and the tape times, and we'd love to have you.
Look at that picture, boy.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's pretty.
Right, so we're just going to close this. We're going to watch it real close.
Now, Keith, someone asked me again this week. Yeah. Kurt, y'all cook on the Cajun grill. There's not a chimney. Where the smoke comes out of.
Yeah, my dad, when he designed this, he designed it for that reason specifically, to not have a chimney where, you know, that you would see. You know, everybody says it's like a locomotive. Yeah. And they say, where's the heat and the smoke go? You got to have a chimney. It's like my dad would tell him, look, if you want a chimney, I'll put it, but I'm going to charge you extra. You don't need a chimney. That's just one more way water or rainwater or humidity or just whatever can get in the pit. And you know that when you mix ash with water, it's a bad thing on a metal pit. You want to keep it dry. So he designed it. If you see these rails right here, when you close the lid, it's resting right here. So on the front there's a gap. And the back, there's about a 3/4 inch gap. So as it's smoking, as all this rendering and dripping down into the coal bed, it's all that heat and flavor and moist heat is coming back to the top, and it literally has to be pushed downward. So it's swirling.
So you're making a natural convection.
It's a natural convection.
Hey,
and I don't know if he just thought about it and he's really that good, you know, or he just lucked out. But I'll tell you what,
we're gonna say he was.
He was, and it's a great pit. And you know, the same basic design is a design that he started with in 1965. And although we've made improvements and some modifications, it's the same shape because it cooks well. You don't mess with what works.
That's right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's a classic, and it does its job like it's supposed to do its job.
So you can kind of see, it's hard to see right now on camera, but you know, there's smoke kind of bellowing out here. Another great thing is that if you're cooking
real fatty stuff with this grill, the way it's designed, when you saw when we opened how that little chunk of wood, that cherry wood caught on fire.
Yeah.
You know, when if I open it up, it ain't on fire no more. You know why? Because when you close the lid, all that fat that's dripping, when you introduce oxygen, it's going to catch on fire.
Right.
When you close this lid, you can almost start counting 1, 2, 3. Before you get to 10, probably about 7 or 8, you see smoke pouring out.
That's happened several times to us on here.
The fire just went out, and look, it's starting to smoke again.
So you're smothered.
So as long as you don't mess with the grill, let the grill do the work. Don't mess with the food too much. You can over.
Grilling's supposed to be fun, not work.
Yeah, you're supposed to be, and now we can go sit down and have a conversation, you know?
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and throw it the brick. What you think?
Yeah, because we got the vegetables and the meat on, it's cooking, it's smelling great in here.
It smells really good.
When y'all come back, it's going to be that time.
It's going to be a la manger time.
A la manger time.
And we got the chimichurri sauce, and we're excited, y'all.
It's going to be good. Y'all come back.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Key.
That's homemade garlic bread.
Homemade garlic bread with some homemade garlic.
A lot of garlic.
We got everything off of the grill.
Yeah, everything's pretty much.
Chicken's the last to come.
Yeah, and it's looking good.
Looking good. Look at that right there. Right there.
And as you were pulling it off, Kurt, you were putting the chimichurri sauce on, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's bring it over here.
And hit it. Hit it.
Now, what's the makeup of this again, just so in case somebody just joining us?
Yep, we did about a half a cup of Italian flat leaf parsley, a half a cup of cilantro, about half a cup of olive oil, quarter cup of red wine vinegar, and then some dry seasoning.
And a lot of love.
And a bucket of love, and some garlic, about 2 cloves of garlic, and some salt, black pepper, a little bit of season oil. And when it hits the hot meat, that's when the magic happens. That's when all the flavors open up. Oh, it looks good.
That's when I open up.
But you
my
see,
stomach. Oh, look all that juice down there. That's the mop.
That's what our friends for. That's what our friends for right there.
So
say hello to my little friend.
Why don't you start pulling some of that meat apart?
All right.
I'm gonna start cutting some garlic bread. Man, crunchy. Now, we did this on a previous show where we talked about, wrapping it in foil, not wrapping it in foil. If you want that crunch,
it's all about the crunch.
You hear that? That's crunchy bread. I like that. Soft in the middle, crunchy on the outside with a little char to it. You got to be careful though.
It'll get away from you.
Yeah, get away from you fast.
Now, some people like to open it up and put this side down and toast that.
Right.
And that's fine too, if that's what you want to do, but you really have to watch that.
Yeah, because all that butter dripping down, you're going to have some fire.
All right, so we have beef, we have pork, we have chicken, we have veggies.
And we're running out of time.
So let's go.
I want to try the beef.
Get after it.
All right, man.
Like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, bro.
Look at that.
How good is this?
Perfect.
Look, right there.
You gonna get some of that?
It's good for sure, and it's good some more.
And you can still taste the beef, but that chimichurri sauce gives it an extra little pow.
Look, zucchini. I love grilled zucchini.
A little onion.
What a great meal. Super easy.
And it's fast.
It's fast. You could do it with the family. There's nothing to it.
And if you don't want to mess with the actual preparation, because that's actually what takes the longest, stop at your local grocery store on your way home. They probably have some shish kebabs already made up. Go home, light the grill. Within about 30 minutes, you eating.
It's supper time, but yours is going to be better.
This one's better.
Thank y'all for joining us.
Y'all come back and see us again.